I was just going step by step to see what I can do
Mm-hmm.
to really try and understand it. I made a list. I was writing down lists. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
step by step, what needs to be done.
Okay.
And I created, what is it? This one.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Hiring, termination, something like that you created.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it will be rubbish, but just bear with
Mm.
me so that you can help me figure out what I did wrongly.
Okay, no problem. Okay, just yeah, show me.
Okay. So first of all, I tried to see how to do a termination. Just follow. I basically follow the general principle of the one you sent, which is the first the
Mm-hmm.
first one you in your document.
Mm-hmm.
But I found out that in this practice system, most of those objects are not there.
Okay.
So I just used what I could see,
Mm-hmm.
but I also at the same time I wasn't sure whether I was picking it from the right places and doing the right things.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to hire rehire, I think,
Okay.
and I think from there I picked termination date.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one I said I searched and tried to see what I could use that looked like your document. There was nothing like that, so I decided
Mm.
to just take whatever I could see,
Okay. Okay.
just as a practice.
That is fine. So you're trying it. That is great. So,
Yes. So the
yeah. Huh.
so the first one was the actual end date, whatever that means. I picked that one.
Okay.
I copied and pasted, and I took date of retirement,
Mm.
and then I copied and picked again. Unfortunately, this shouldn't have been there. I picked somebody else. I picked something else,
Uh,
but I didn't know how to delete this one because I did it twice.
yeah. Okay. You just go to edit in the top. Take action.
Oh, where?
Left hand
Here?
side. Left hand side.
Oh, left hand side. Oh,
Take
here.
action. Make correction.
Make correction. Okay.
Yes. Come down.
Oh,
Yeah.
go back. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you
Okay.
can
And
edit.
then,
I think. Yeah. You can edit now.
so can I delete?
Yeah. You can delete. There is an option.
Oh,
No,
not
no,
this
no,
one.
no, no. Right hand side again. There is a I button. Yeah.
Okay.
Click delete.
Delete. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
So then the last one I did was elimination of position.
Mm-hmm.
But then I didn't know how to do the
Hmm.
uh, if and then. So I didn't know if it was correct. I just wanted you to see what I did because then I needed to now so move this one to the succession data model.
Hmm.
I wasn't sure how to do that also.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So this is where I
So
stopped.
okay. Okay. No problem.
Yeah,
No problem. You
yeah,
tried it. That is good. Okay.
yes,
So the thing is here
yeah,
instead of trying this all of these things, what I will do, there
yeah,
is a guided documentation. Okay, and as it is a sales demo, as I was saying, okay, it may or may not have all the components. Okay,
yes, yes,
so you may find some challenging here situations here, all scenarios as well here. Okay,
sure, yeah,
so just to try whatever possible. Okay,
yeah,
and
okay,
but you may or may not, as I was saying, it is a default sales demo. Many people try it. Okay, but
yes,
some of them entities will be there. Some of the entities, some of the this fields may or may not be there exactly. Okay,
yes,
and
yes.
also it is very, it's not a very clean system, as I was saying. And
Oh, for sure, for sure.
yeah,
I expect it. I expect it
yeah,
to be that way. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
yeah, so what I can do for you, I will
yeah.
let's start some other topic today. And what I
Okay.
will do, I will also point out a guide for you. Okay, so
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
there is a guided documentation for
Spec.
administration, employee
Oh,
central
okay.
administration, and also there are
Yep.
job aid. Okay, which will
Oh, good.
help you.
Okay.
Which will help you. It's a kind of a hand holding, as if I
Yes.
am telling and you are doing. Okay,
Yeah.
so in that what I will do. So basically, it will show you the screenshot, everything. Okay, and in
Okay.
that
Okay.
you will be having getting confidence, like yes, this is a
Yeah.
step, this is a step, and step by
Yeah.
step, everything, even for hiring of an employee also, they have
Yes.
given some 30-40 steps. Okay, what are the things you have
Oh,
to
good.
do? Okay,
Oh,
so
very good. Very good.
that is a very good document. I think
Yeah.
in that bundle document, it was there or not, I am not sure. Okay.
No, I haven't seen it there. Although I've not looked
Can
all
you
all of it.
just open that folder if you have it handy with you?
Hold on, hold on.
That bundle, some 30-40 documents were there.
Oh, not this one, is it?
Not this one. This is actually implementation guide. There is
Yeah,
again, just open that
just a
folder.
moment. I think
Open.
is this one. I think is this one.
No, no, no. This is the
This
implementation
one.
guide.
This
This
one.
is no, no, no. This is a business rule specific guide which I prepared. Okay, and
Yeah.
there is an official guide also which I have sent some bundle. That bundle you have downloaded somewhere, right?
Is it? Oh, okay. Is it?
PDF
Is
document.
it?
Yes. Yeah, this is the one. Just a minute. PTO. No, 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 not PTO. Just I will tell you the guide name. That open that HR 811, wherever it is written. SAP Success
Uh,
Factor Employee Central Administration, HR 811.
HR811.
Yeah, just scroll just a bit down, just a bit down, just a bit down.
This one.
Just, no, 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 just a bit down. Yeah, just above. HR 811. SAP Success Factor Employee Central
This,
Administration. Is just open that file. I will tell. Okay. Open that file.
okay.
Okay. So this is the guide which we will follow. You can follow. It's a step by step. Everything is written. Scroll a bit down.
Oh,
Okay. So
okay.
you'll be getting
Okay.
before you going to the because I think before going to implementation guide and detail, I will recommend to you go through this topic first. Whatever
Okay.
some of the topics may be repetitive, like RBP, corporate data. So here you can see there is an example exercise they have given, like add a new location, add a
Oh,
business unit, add a new department. How to do that? Then
yeah, yeah.
you can go through. So I think just go to one of the exercises. I will tell you.
Okay.
Uh, Scroll a bit
Another
down.
one.
No, no, no. From here
Sorry.
only. From here only. Go
Oh,
to
to go down a bit.
go to any of the click any of the exercises. Just scroll a bit up, scroll a bit up. There is a something called add new location or add new employee. There will be some exercise.
This
You
one
can
here.
see, you can see the unit 4. They have an example how to add a new employee. Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. Exercise.
click that exercise. Add a new employee. There will be hyperlink. You will directly go to that. Yeah. So here you can see in this exercises they have asked step by step. They have guided how you will be adding those employee.
Okay.
Also manually you can how you can edit. How also you can do it via import file. Okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
step by
Okay.
step, this is one
Yeah.
of the guide. Okay,
Yeah.
I do have another guide which I will be sharing it with you. I think it was not there in your file,
Okay.
which is also having the screenshot also. If this guide is not having screenshot,
Yeah.
that guide is having some screenshot step by step, which I'll
Okay.
be sharing with you. That is a 200 plus pages file only. So I will
Oh, wow. Okay.
share that. So you just
Yeah.
I will recommend to go through those basic stuff first. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
that you will be able to understand. Then you come back to the implementation guide. Okay,
Okay.
so implementation guide is little it is more of a consultant facing guide. Okay, okay,
Okay.
but before that your fundamentals should be clear. Okay, so for that reason you can practice
Yeah.
simultaneously. Maybe you can practice 2 hours or 1 hour from admin guide, 1 hour
Yeah.
from 2 hour from this implementation guide. Implementation
Yeah.
guide will be give you more concept. Okay, so it will be giving you
Okay.
the underlying concept for understanding more and more. Okay,
Okay.
but admin guide will be giving you more clarity from as an end user or as a business
Yes.
user, that context. Okay, so you will be able to understand. Okay, because you are starting fresh, right? So it will
Yes.
be recommended that you go through both. Okay, so that you
So,
will be
so
getting.
when I was trying to hire an employee,
Huh?
I came across this requirement of legal entity or legal
Mm-hmm.
something.
Mm-hmm.
Legal. I can't remember what it was. Legal something.
Legal entity. Yes, that's the same
Yeah.
as
So,
company code. Same as company code in the on-premise.
oh, that's the company code equivalent.
Yeah, company code equivalent. Yes, yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure what it is. and it was mandatory, so I wasn't sure what to do with it. So I couldn't
Okay.
finish the process. I couldn't
Hmm.
finish the process.
You just note down wherever you're getting stuck, right? You just note down. Then
Okay.
definitely, like this, you can ask me definitely, or you can WhatsApp me also. I'll definitely
Okay.
help you in that. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. So anyway, so I
Yeah.
know this one now. I'll just save it. I
Ha,
know
ha.
what it is now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Welcome, welcome. So before going to business rules and all, so first I will recommend to go through the basic fundamental. Okay, business rule
Okay.
is the little highest higher level. Okay, so
Okay.
at
Okay.
this moment I will recommend you just clarify all the concept from an admin point of view or as an the data model point of view. Those concept I will first of all will clarify. Then if you
Okay.
go to the other concepts, so business rules and all, it will require
Yes.
some experience understanding those all the framework, entire employee central framework and architecture. It will requires little some time. Okay?
Okay.
So yeah, so let's then get started. And
Okay.
I will tomorrow. Today is a very interesting topic for you.
Okay.
Let me share my screen. So I will allow you to record the session as well. Just a minute.
Okay. Yeah. Can I start recording?
Yes, you can. Just let me know if you can see my screen.
I can see your screen now.
Okay. Okay. So today we will be covering two topics. So one is your ESS MSS permissions, and second one is the workflow. Okay.
Wow. Wow, that's
Okay.
important.
Yeah. So workflow is very important because you will be doing workflows independently here. We do not have ABAP. The luxury of ABAP is not there. The on-premise days we have to all depend upon the ABAP, right? So for any kind of workflow you have to design. The coding was involved, but here there's no coding. Everything is a kind of a Lego structure. You have to play with a Lego. Okay. So everything is there. You have to just plug and play. Okay. So let's get started. Before we start, we'll be starting with the RBP for ESS. Okay. So whenever I am saying employee self-service, what does it mean in employee central? So basically three things comes into picture. Okay. So whenever I'm saying employee self-service, the people profile or the employee file which you see right in your system. Okay. So there are certain things you can do in that, and how it is controlled. So it is controlled via the RBP for employees self-service in their employee central. Okay. So there are three things. I will give an example here. So whenever I'm talking about RBP or the role-based permission for employee self-service, the three things comes into mind. One is a granted population. Second one is a role. Third one is the target population. Okay. So as we discussed in the RBP also, very same thing. Granted population means who can do. In our case, as it is for employee self-service, so it is meant for every employee. Every employee can do what? Depending upon their role. Okay, so what can be done in the orange box? You can see, let's say they can edit their home phone number. This is just an example I have given. Okay. So what they can do, so that kind of things will be coming under role. Okay. Similarly, the target population means to or for whom it can be done. So they can do themselves. It is for them only. It's not like I am doing on behalf, I am doing for Andrew or Andrew is doing on for me. It's not like that. Suppose I'm doing it means that will be done for myself or the employee can do for themselves. Okay. So that is the overall understanding of your ESS RBP. Okay. Is this clear? It's a very simple one.
Yes.
Okay, and same thing how you can see that you can see in the this is a permission which you can see in the ESS permission that will come which you've already previously seen, but I'll just do a recap here. So that will be under user permission. Okay. Under user permission, there is something called employee central. Anyway, I will just show you quickly that. Okay, after this. Okay. So there you will be having options like under personal information, what are the things you can do? Like first name, last name. There are so many things are there. Whether you can view or you can edit or you can delete. What are the things you can do? Depending on all depends upon this tick box. Okay. Depending upon the tick box, so the control is means it is controlled. What are the permissions you are giving to the employee at the ESS level? So these are controlled from there, and that will be coming under employee central effective dated entries. So it will not call as ESS as such because ESS is a on-premise days we used to those terminology, but just for your convenience, I'm telling employee self-service, but actually it is user permissions and for employee specific permissions. Okay, we call that. So is this clear? So you will be so simple, very simple. This is
So yeah, it's clear. So do we type in the user permissions in the search bar?
sorry.
Do we type in that user permissions in the search bar, or is it
Yeah,
in admin
yeah.
control?
I will show you that. So can you see the
Okay,
satisfactor
okay,
screen? Satisfactor screen, can
okay.
you see, right? Okay. So I will go to manage permission roles. Let me know if you can see the change in the screen.
Not yet.
Oh, is it? Actually, I was showing, yeah, something. Yeah. Okay. So now you should be able to see.
Yes, I see it now.
Okay. So let's say you have your own roles right here. Can I go to that?
Yep.
Which one you have created?
Oh, check.
J,
There
J
was something
something,
for
J something, right? You created, right?
A
Or
Y A I or J A Y. What is it now?
no, not this one.
Uh,
Jay. Okay.
oh no, it's not here.
No.
Let's see, where did I put it?
Okay, no problem. So from an
Oh.
existing role, I am just showing you.
HR, HR. I thought I created HR manager.
HR managers. This one.
I used it a few times.
Okay.
I don't know if it's there. I don't know if it's there, and I just used it like that. I used it because it's already there.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
So just to locate you where exactly we do those employee self-service related permission, we need to go to the permissions. You can see
Yeah.
user permission is there and there is admin permission. So ESS
Yeah.
things will be done from here only. ESS things, employee central effective dated entities. You can see that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
And from
Yeah.
here, I can
Yeah.
see the personal information categories. Okay. What are the things you can do? Like you can see edit, insert. Okay. So all these things actually I checked so that employee can change all these things. Okay. And what he can't change here, as per this example, he can't change the visa start date, MPhil. Okay, some of the things, additional things are there. So those things he can't edit. Okay, but other things wherever I mentioned, it is like everything I given permission regarding dependents also, or whoever my dependents. Okay, employees dependents is the beneficiary, attachment, everything. So this permission is controlled from here. Job related permission, so he can't change, employee can't change his business unit division. Okay, so obviously, right, it is done by the HR. So for that reason you can see some of the permissions are not given, those are not ticked actually. Okay, so these are different permissions all coming from your employee profile. Okay, so these are the things we do have. Similarly, now I will go to the, this is clear, right? So this is very simple. Okay.
Yes, it is. But why are they not having some of the items as view only?
Okay.
Like, is there anything about payroll here? Pay stub? Something like pay stub. Do they have? Can you? Sorry, what do they have it as?
Compensation? Something is there. Yeah. So there are certain
Okay.
things are there. Yeah. So this is actually is randomly given all the permissions, but ideally in ideal environment you will not be given all the permissions, right? So here I have given everything. All the permissions are given here, but ideally in a typical environment you have to discuss with your HR during your workshop. Okay, all the business user you'll be sitting together, and what are the permissions to be given or not to given. You have to take a note of it, and you have to capture those things in the workbook. Okay, central workbook. Okay, which we'll be discussing in the last session of our session. Okay, I will show the workbook and how we'll be going to fill up whatever topics we've discussed. Okay, so in that I will guide you. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is regarding your employee self-service related permissions. Okay. So other than this, we have another thing. The next one is the presentation. Can you see?
Yes.
Yeah. So whenever it comes to the manager self-service, very similar thing. Only thing is the granted population role, target population, same concept. But here in the granted population, we are giving permissions to all the managers. And for example, suppose the managers would be able to edit the compensation. Suppose we are giving that permission. Okay.
Yes.
So they can do that. And who are the target population? Only to the direct
Direct reports.
reports. Direct reports,
Yes.
not from, suppose there are 5 people reporting to me and there are 7 people reporting to Andrew. So
Yeah.
Andrew should be able to edit only those 7 people who are reporting to you. Okay,
Yeah.
not those 5 people who are reporting to me in the same organization. Okay, so that should be the logic. Okay, and how it is controlled. So you will be seeing those things in the permission. So how it will come? There will be another small section. It is little tricky. So here we do not use the MSS WAR terminology. Okay, rather we use something called HR actions. Okay, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
in some organization the HR will be doing it. In some organization the manager has the capability, has the permission to do that. Okay, so for that reason, in generic we call it MSS, but it is up to the organization how they will be doing that. Okay, so with that, let me go to the system and I will show you user permission, employee data, user permissions, and we
So
will
for
be, yeah,
what you're saying is that for managers you use HR data. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
there is nothing called manager
Um,
permissions here. Okay,
okay.
actually it is
Okay.
a it's a kind of that kind of permissions only. Okay, so here you can
Oh,
see employee data. Inside the
yeah.
employee data, what are the things you can do? Okay, so like there are so many things are here like budget, compensation. Okay, and all the permission you can see here. Okay, like nationality. So what are the permissions? HR information you can see. So there is
Yes.
something called HR information, right? So
Mhm.
here, what you can do as a manager, suppose you are having either HR can do or manager can do, depending upon your organization. But the things permissions will be giving from here only. Okay, so what are the permissions you will be putting here in the HR actions also. Okay, depending upon your organization. So many of the organization, this HR actions will be given to the HR administration. Okay, they will be doing that, but some of the permissions will be given to the manager. Suppose you are giving, okay, the manager also can do some of the depending upon your requirement, as I was saying. Okay, so here global assignment, one time payment. Suppose I would like to give some one time bonus to my reward to my subordinates. Okay, so if that permission has been given, then I can do that. Okay, so this is the role again. So this is nothing different in we do not segregate as an MSS, but we can do like either HR can do or a manager can do depending upon the role, but you can customize depending upon all of your business requirement and all. But all the permissions to be, this is the only single box here from employee data and what are the things you can control. So you have to segregate accordingly. Okay? You got my
So
point?
I'm trying to understand
Hmm.
the how do we ensure,
Hmm.
is it when we choose the role, that is
Hmm.
when we ensure that, so there will be a role for all managers then?
Yes, yes, yes. So what you can do, Andrew, for here in
Yeah.
this example, it is not a perfect example. Here in the role
Yeah.
name, I have given HR managers. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I can have a role called, let's say,
Mana-
I'll be having say, let me create a one simple role, then
yeah.
you'll be able to understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me do that. Manage permission role. I'll be creating a new
A
role,
new one. Yeah.
which says it is a MSS for Toronto. All the managers who staying in
O-
Toronto. Okay.
Okay.
So same example, same description I am giving here.
Yeah.
So in the permission bar, what I will do is I'll be having only the manager. So what I will do, only I will go to the employee data.
Okay.
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 In the
Yeah.
employee data, so what I will do, so all this compensation related permission, let me give it first. Okay, so I
Yeah.
can view, I can also edit. So you can see there are segregated. If you are
Yes.
giving only view, then you can also create a different role. Suppose you are
Yes.
creating an analyst role who can only view, but he can't edit. Okay, so then you can create a different role. So then edit, view edit, suppose then I will be also able to edit it. Okay,
Okay.
similarly, also what I can do, the most important part, that is my background, I'm not worried about. So let's say HR information. Okay,
Yes.
so let me, even if I'm a manager, so I should be able to do it, edit
Yeah.
it. Okay. Suppose I do not want to restrict some permission. There can be a scenario like
Yes.
the HR should be able to edit biographical, phone, email, business email, everything except the one-time payment. Okay, what I can do then? So I will simply uncheck everything, only one-time payment and this one-time payment edit action. This
Oh,
whatever payroll related edit activity I will to give to this MSS role. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Suppose then the remaining permission you can give it to the HR. So you can have another role called HR self-service. You can say okay, or HR admin self-service Toronto. You can give
Yes.
another. You can create another role which will be
Yeah.
having permissions to control this, edit these things. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
In
Yeah.
this way, you can segregate. You can play it around. It's very interesting. You can play it around.
Yeah. It is interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you can do this. Then again, so employment details. So let me give you all these permissions here. So whatever the required. Okay, just to give an example. So these HR actions I will not be giving. Because these
Yes.
are exclusively for HR people. Okay,
Yes.
so I will
Yes.
not be giving all these permissions.
Yes.
Similarly, event reason. These are also HR related activity. I'm not worried about it. So
Yeah.
I'm not concerned at all. So what I will do, simply scroll down. If see, I will see if anything is related to relevant for manager. Workflow, definitely. Workflow, suppose I'm interested for
Yes.
every employee approval, any kind of approval. Suppose I want to approve it, I will put it here.
Yes.
Okay. Similarly, say pay component, suppose pay related activities also I'm responsible, then I can take it to myself. Okay. So this is just an example I'm saying how you can do, but this
Yes.
discussion, these are the driven by the discussion. So there is no hard and fast rule, whatever I'm doing here. This is just a
Okay.
randomly I'm doing, but this discussion should happen and you capture it in your workbook, okay, during your
Okay.
workshop. Okay. So what are
Okay.
the permission? This is it may require a lot of time because that takes more time to discuss with your businesses and all. Okay. So during your initial workshop, we will be conducting, then yeah, we'll be
Okay.
clearing all those things. After capturing those things, this is the final stage where exactly we're configuring it. So now
Can
simply
you
I will click done. Hmm.
can you add today's uh, permission tag roles?
Mm,
Can you add today's fields that can be switched on or off, or for delete or edit, for edit or view? Can you add to them?
to whom you're asking? This is for manager.
Anyone. If you go to employee data, for instance,
Okay,
what I'm saying is,
employee
uh,
data. Let me go. Yeah, ask me now.
yeah, can we add to this list here?
No. So here
Uh,
you will be having these are all predefined mostly. Okay.
they are
So
they are they are predefined, so
uh-huh.
they so they foresee everything that the organization will need. So
Hmm.
everything is here.
Hmm. Everything is here. So all the
Okay.
modules, whatever is relevant. But here,
Yeah.
have you, as you have asked, there are
Yeah.
options. You can see there are
Okay.
options like customizable field,
Oh,
right?
custom. Okay. Custom fields. Okay.
Suppose you have created a custom field in your employee profile, and you would like to give
Yeah.
that permission. Okay,
Yeah.
so you have an option here. So you can
Okay.
customize. Suppose I would have like to have a custom field. Let's say it is my related to the blood group. Okay, the
Okay.
blood group I can
Yeah.
suppose let's say I'll make it a customizable field 9. So instead of
Yeah.
it showing customizable field 9, it will show as a
Yeah.
blood group. Okay, so we
Okay.
have options here. We can do that. Okay, but
Okay.
you will
So
not be able to edit add anything additional. So we have option to do change here. Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Is that answer your does that answer your query? Right?
Yeah. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to
Yes.
know if there if you
Yeah.
add some of these fields, which means you
Hmm.
can customize some of those fields.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Some of the things actually we do have customization options we do have. And this
Okay.
RBP, as we have discussed in earlier, it is not limited to EC, right? Not limited to Employee Center. It covers all the modules. Like you can see performance management, goal management, your CDP, career development, learning, all the modules it covers. Okay. So if it doesn't fit anywhere, you can see there is something called miscellaneous permissions also. Okay. So a lot of options
Okay.
we do have. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you
Thank you.
grow, yeah, welcome. So as you go on learning, keep on learning other modules as well in the future, then you will be exploring the RBP concept will remain the same. Only thing some additional fields you'll be seeing in other modules. Okay, that is the only
Okay.
difference. Okay, So that is the example which I have given here, and grant this role to whom. So here I will be putting permission group. Let's say, suppose I have created some manager. I have not created anything here. Let me put some.
I have my group there, AI group.
Okay, is it that? Okay, okay, okay. We can allow to that. Yeah. So you can give that permissions to those people,
Yeah.
and so target population is not required as such. Everyone, let me put it here. Then done.
Okay.
Then I will save it.
Okay.
Where is the save button? Gone. Save changes. Okay. So in this way, we can create a MSS role or ESS role, whatever I've discussed. Okay.
Okay.
It's very simple, nothing but a lot of discussions involved in the background whenever you are
Okay.
discussing with the customer.
Yes.
Any questions before we move to the workflow?
No, no. I think that
Hmm.
is a bit more straightforward than rules.
Yes, yes, it's very straightforward, and there is a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now with that understanding, we will be moving to the workflow. Okay. So workflow, actually, these are part of your self-service process only. Okay. So for that reason, logically, I kept this topic after self-service whenever I'm explaining this employee self-service and manager self-service. So it is part of this workflow, this entire workflow administration. Okay. And these are all built during your implementation process. Okay. Whenever during your implementation of your employee central, those are actually configured. Okay. So I'll be giving one example. Okay. So this example, which I have already created in the system, and I will show you. So this is a scenario where exactly there is an employee called Christina, and suppose as a manager or a HR administrator, I'm going to give her a one-time bonus or a best friend reward. You can see the slide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a reward I am giving, but to get this reward, actually, there should be a workflow. Okay. So it is already inbuilt in the system. Okay. So you can see there are three persons who will be approving the same thing. Okay. So I will taking through the system also. And this is a scenario just I'm explaining. So to get this award, so we have to go through this workflow process. Okay. And individually, the approver, they can see like this in their workflow request. They will be able to see like this. This is how the workflow will be looking like. Okay.
Leandro, could you give me 1 minute?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Yes, sorry, please. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Hello? Yes.
Yeah. So what I was discussing, so this is a typical workflow where exactly the Christina, she will be getting reward, and the approval, it will go step by step, how the individual approver, they will be approving. Okay. So in this example, you will be seeing there is one approver at the level one, Laurent Moulet. Can you see that? He's the president, let's say. And second level, it is a dynamic approval. So either one of these member, if they are approving, then it will be approved. But basically, there are two level only. Level one is Laurent, and second level is a dynamic approval group, where exactly any of the team member who are part of this group, any one of them can approve, then it will be approved. Okay. So this is the scenario. You got the scenario, right? Workflow. Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how the workflow will be looking like. Okay. But what I will do is I've already done it myself. I do not want to do. Rather, I will ask you to do this activity. Then you will be getting confident enough. Okay. So let me allow you to. I will make you participate host again.
Okay.
You will be. I will just guiding you so that you will be able to. So I'll stop sharing. You can share your screen.
Yeah.
Yes, you log into your system. Yeah.
You see my system?
Not yet.
Let's see.
Because this workflow I have done n number of times, I do not want to do it again. So I want you to do. Yeah. So you will be getting confidence. Yeah. So what you will do? Yes, I can see your screen. Just proxy. Just click your name on the right hand side corner.
Here.
There will be a proxy now. Click that.
Sorry.
Click
Which one?
click on the photo. No.
On the
Right hand
photo.
side.
On the photo.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll be getting option called proxy now.
Okay.
Okay. Click that proxy now,
Yeah.
and you just type any random name.
Okay.
Just start typing something. It will come some meaningful name. Let me. No.
Oh, you
Just
mean a name from the system will show?
Just to
Oh,
type one letter or two letter only. Then it should bring in some says the name. Try some other letter. Another letter you try. Why it is not coming? I'm not sure. The same name you try. Christina, you try.
Christina?
KK. Start with KK.
Okay.
But you are having permission. I'm not sure why you are not getting this.
No, it's not showing.
You come back to the home page, then we will try from there. Click OK, cancel it, and come back to the home page. Go to the home page. Do not try SF admin. You just try that other ID which I have given.
Yeah.
SF001, something like that. That ID try. Because of that permission, I think that ID is not having permissions.
Okay.
So now, same thing you do. Yeah. Go to the profile, proxy now. Now you start typing any name. Okay. Some meaningful, there should not be any such question mark and all. So many people are having some question mark.
Yeah.
Some meaningful names must be having.
Oh my gosh, it's so. Let's see. John.
This is a popular name, I believe. You just choose any of this, any of this, just choose.
Okay. Any of this should be okay.
Any of this will be okay.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, click OK. So what you are trying to do here, so on behalf of an HR manager or someone else, what you are trying to do for this employee, we'll be giving some reward. So
okay.
So now you're acting on behalf of an HR, and you are just proxied that employee. Now you go to the drop down. Go to the drop down.
Of this one?
No. In the home, wherever it is home written, right? Yeah. Go to my employee file. That means this is the employee file for John. Okay. So what you are trying to do here for Mr. Johnson, you are going to just click the actions in the top. You can see there is an actions. So here you can see all the activity, what are the action you can do as a manager you can do, or as a HR you can do. Lot of options you can see. A termination, generate forms, one-time deductions, so one-time payment, all these things, all the actions you can take it. Just like we do it in the PA40, right? Okay.
Yes.
Or PA40 or Infotype 15 one-time payment we do. Okay. So what we will try to do here, we will just do a one-time payment for this employee, Mr. John. Click that one-time payment. Okay. So today's date only, we'll be giving some money to this Mr. John. So see, choose in the type. Yeah. So you can give some any other reward or anything you like to give it. Peer appreciation award you can give. Yeah. So in the value you can put some random money, whatever money you like to give.
You put a sign or just the number?
Just a number. In the next step, we'll be choosing that currency code. Currency code, you just put dollar, US dollar.
Oh, okay.
So there are all the currencies we do have, but USD. Okay. Alternative cost center is not required. Okay. So in case if you are having cost splitting is happening from other department, you can do, right? But here it is not mandatory field. Click save now. Click save. So whenever you're clicking save, you can see there is something called show workflow participants. Click that
Yes.
link. Okay. So you can see for this category, we have 3 level of approval. Okay.
Mhm.
One is
Mhm.
one is a president. Second level approval is going to the PP of total rewards. And third is a dynamic group. So third, there is no fourth, you can see, right? Okay.
Yes.
That means 3 and 4, the last two persons, Christine and Tessa, they are part of a dynamic approval group. So they will be basically one of them. If they are approving, then it will be well and good. Okay. So before we go for this submitting this approval, you just mention some comments there. Enter your comments.
Okay.
Click something, good luck or something, anything like. So take a snapshot of this approver, because we will be going to this employee, right? Take a snapshot of it.
Okay.
So that those approval will be going and will be approving it. Okay.
Okay. So
Now
I should
you
take a snapshot. I should
take a
okay.
snapshot of it. Okay. Then
Uh-huh.
you click confirm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, from success factor. This is the
Sorry?
screenshot. Go to success factor again. So
Sorry.
yeah, just to remember the name, I just thought of, yeah, click confirm.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
what you have done, so on behalf of an employee, you just given an award to this Johnson. Okay. So
Yeah.
now in the ideal world, so individual approver, they will be going and there will be notification and they will be approving it, right? But as we are, what we will do, again, we'll do a proxy. We will go to the first employer, first approver. Who is the first approver? Go to the screenshot.
Like
Go to
here?
the proxy now. But for the before that, we need to know the who is the first approver. That name we need, right? Go to that screenshot. Which
Okay.
okay, because we do not
Like,
know user ID and password, right? So first approver will
yeah.
be Alien Amos. Alien
This
Amos.
that's the president.
That is the president. So in
Oh.
the proxy now, just enter this name, Alien Amos, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But ideally, in the system, they will be logging into their system and they will be approving it. Okay. But we are doing it ourselves. It is a single system we are having. Okay. We are having only one person. Yeah. Just to go to that person's. Click OK.
Yeah.
Now you became that person. Okay. We are
Okay.
just trying to do a mimic of that particular person. So now you just go to the, it is the same person, right? Yeah. So just click that. There is a number 3, right?
Yes.
Click that. And you will be having something called approve request. Approve request. Come down.
Yeah, this one. This one here.
Click that. You can see peer appreciation award for Johnson, right?
Yes.
And it has been initiated by so and so. And you just click that.
Click this one.
Yes. Click that. Peer appreciation award. Yeah. Then you'll be seeing the entire log here. You can see in the right hand side, you have written, right? Please pay, right? In the Andrew, you have written, right? Please pay. That log I can see. And also I can see what is the date, what is the amount. Okay. So here you have an option, like you can in the comment section, you write something again and click post. Yeah. Type anything. Approved or something like that. Please approve. Click post.
Post.
Click post. Okay.
Okay.
And in the right hand side, it is automatically in the activity feed. It is updated, right? You can see that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. At the same time, if suppose as an approver, you would like to see who else will be going to approve. So there is a link in the top. You can see view workflow participants.
This one here.
Yes, that is the one. Click that.
Okay.
So you can see now you are at the level 1, right? Okay.
Yes.
So now after you approve, you can see who is going to approve then second level. Second level will be approved by VP total rewards. Okay.
Yes.
So after that, there is a third level of approval. Now just close it. Close it. Scroll down. In the options, we do have delegate, send back, approve, but that you can try later on. Delegate means suppose you would like to delegate someone, you are absent and you are on leave or vacation, you can delegate to someone. Send back means you are not approving, rather you like some revision. Suppose the value is too much, you like to reduce it 500 to 400. Okay, then you can send back. Okay, otherwise simply you can approve it. Approve it, click approve.
Okay.
Okay. So now it has been approved at the level 1. Now you can go to the second level approval. Proxy now again. No, not there. Every time you proxy that you click proxy and you enter that second level of approver name. William something. Jamshid. William, so many Williams are there. I think you have to enter the second name also. Yes, now you go to the same process, follow the same process. So he is having a lot of approval request. Yeah, approve request 9. Yeah, so go click that. Out of 19, you have to identify yours. I think it will come at the top. And for other things also, you can see the other people have tried to create some position. He is getting approval. Okay, for all kind of approval, it will looking like same thing. Okay, so here only you have to come and all the past log you can see. Okay, and you can simply click approve. It is very easy compared to our ESS, right? Compared to our on-premise, right? It is very intuitive. Now the final approval.
Yeah.
Go to proxy again. Either of those two people are there, right? In the screenshot. You can try any of this, Tessa or Christine, anyone.
Yeah.
Click OK. Go to the approver, to-do list, approver. In the notification, that is the same here.
Yes. Okay.
Approve requests. First one. Yeah. Okay. Click approve. Post and approve. So this is the overall process, how we are going to approve a level 3 process, all these things, right? You understood, right? How the workflow works in.
Yeah, but for each of these processes, how do you build the workflow?
Exactly. Now I will come into that. Okay. So this is the from end user you understood. Okay.
Yes, so I understand this.
Yeah. So now I will tell you. You will be only doing it. I will not do. I will just guide you where exactly to see it. All these things. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So now just go to the admin center. And just in the search bar, you type manage org job.
Sorry, I didn't know. Did I click the wrong thing?
No, it is correct only. Yeah.
Okay.
So in the search bar, you type manage organization. First one. Manage organization, pay and job structure is coming, right? You click that.
Okay. Yeah.
So from here in the search bar, you type workflow. No, not that search. Below.
Oh,
there is another. No. Left hand side. You type workflow there.
Workflow. Okay.
Automatically came. Okay.
Yeah.
So click that workflow. But here in this case, I'm not sure what was the workflow name they have used for this thing. Okay. So in the second section, wherever it is written no selection, right? Okay.
Yes.
We will try to learn from any of the workflow how it is configured. It is very same, but because what I'm trying to do, I'm not sure about the which workflow name they have used for what are the functionality I have shown to you, because it's randomly they have chosen. But you can choose any of the workflow from this. Okay.
Okay.
From the drop down, you can see there is absence request related approval. So many things there is approval. Okay. So many things, retirement. So in this, actually, I was not able to search which workflow they have used for this, the process which we have seen. Okay.
There's one here, change of
You
address.
can choose. You can choose that. You can choose that address change Canada. It is a simple one.
This is not most likely to be a simple one, is it?
This is a simple one, but you can see. Let's see.
Okay.
Now I will start explaining to you what are the things are there here. Okay. Yeah. So here we configure everything related to the structure of your entire workflow. Okay, without depending upon the ABAP or any technical consultant. So here I will recommend just click that take action button, the right hand side. Make correction. Yeah. So here, whenever you are creating a workflow, let's say whenever you are doing this is a scenario which I will explain. Suppose a person, an employee is going to change his address in the your success factor employee central people profile. Then there is a mechanism that there should be a workflow trigger to the HR that he will be verifying something, and then only the address will be populated in your employee profile. That is scenario. Okay. So what you are going to do here by coming here, which you can create a workflow ID address underscore Canada. They give a name here. Okay. Then give some description here. Okay. Then.
Okay.
So this is an existing one which I'm telling, but instead you have to create. There is a create new option on the right hand side. You can see, right? There is a create new button. You can also create it. But before we create, we'll try to understand the existing workflow, how the structure of the build, how it is built. Okay. So in the scroll down, the remind in days. So what is the meaning of it? The remind in days means suppose it is not approved, you'll be getting some reminder within 2 days, 3 days, something like that. Okay. You can enter something there. So that accordingly, you'll be getting reminder within 2 days, 3 days. Okay.
Okay.
So the next one is very straightforward, like is delegate supported? Suppose it is related to the compensation. Generally for compensation, we do not give delegation. Okay. Suppose somebody is delegate, only I come to the
so that should be yes.
Here it is a small change, only for address change it is asked. Okay. So if you are saying yes, that means in case you are absent in your organization for a vacation, then you can delegate to someone. Then this workflow will not wait for you. Okay, automatically it will be approved or rejected by the other person, the delegation. Okay, so this is the way. And the next one is alternate workflow. So this is again optional to use. It is not always mandatory. Okay, so in case if it is we are not using this workflow, what workflow you can choose? Is there any drop down value? I don't think. In the alternate workflow, click that.
Oh, I should choose anything.
But you do not require it, okay, because we are not having those kind of scenario, okay. But
for change of address, it's very difficult to know. There are no real alternatives.
It is not that much difficult, okay. So for that reason, we just leave it, okay. Similarly, in case there is any escalation, so it may follow a escalation workflow, okay. So that also is not required. It's a very small change, okay. So similarly, there is a last option is redirect CC users to workflow approval page. So people who will be getting notified as well. Okay, so they will not be approving, but they will be getting CC in the just which you do in the email, right? So they will just making yes. Okay, so this is all about the structure of the top structure. In the below section, this is very important here. In every step, whenever you are having in this kind of steps here, okay, you have something called approver type. First section is there are different columns here. First one is approver type. Okay, so whenever I'm saying approver type, go to the drop-down value. Wherever it is a dynamic group is written, you'll be getting a lot of value like position, role, dynamic role, position relationship. Okay, suppose if it is a role, okay, let's say it is a role, then that particular role, or if it is a position, then that particular position only, whoever occupying that position, that person will be approving that. So in our case, what we did in the previous example, which we have seen, in case it is a VP of total reward, okay, only to that particular position it will go and he or she will be approving that. Okay, and suppose it's a president, only he or she will be approving it. Okay, but in our example also we have seen an example of a dynamic group. Whenever I'm saying a dynamic group, there can be a group of people. Okay, so in our case there are two people Christina and Tessa were there. Okay, so in those cases, those two people who will be part of this particular dynamic group, they will be responsible for approving that. So this
So
is
we leave
how.
it as, so in
Huh,
that case, we leave it as dynamic group?
So in our case, our level 3 was a dynamic group, but level 1 and level 2, it was your specific positions. Okay,
Okay.
so that was a
Okay.
scenario. Okay, so this is the
What is
approval
the,
type.
what is the difference between position and positional relationship?
Huh. So if you are putting a position, just select that, you will be knowing. Okay, select that. Okay, suppose it is a position. You can see in the right hand side there is a number. It is coming, right?
Yes.
Approval role. Okay, if you're selecting position relation, just select the position relation. Position relationship. Yeah. So here again, you'll be getting something else. The screen will be looking like this. There will be small changes. Okay. So in this screen, you can see position relationship. There is a screen, something relationship to approver, employee position or something like that. Okay. Depending upon that, but mostly we use role or position or dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is
Okay.
a thing. Okay. But this complexity we generally do
Yes.
not use. Okay. Okay. So this is the first section. Second one is approver role. So go to the drop down value again.
On this one here?
No. In the step one only will be stick to that. Choose the dynamic role only.
Dynamic role. Okay.
In the approver role, go there. You can see these are the different examples. Who like
Yeah.
business head, a business group, compensation manager. Okay, so these are different roles we do have. Okay, so this role, you can choose any of these things. Then that particular role will be responsible for approving it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this will come under a dynamic role. Similarly, whatever you are creating dynamic group, whatever the under dynamic group you will be having, those things will be coming. Okay.
Okay.
So now next one is the context. Go to the context. So here it is a source or target. Okay. So for us, it is a source, right? So it will be source here in this example. Okay. So you'll be choosing, just click that context. There is a question mark. You'll be able to understand more.
Which one?
Yeah, click that help file. Help. Yeah. So in case if you're any doubt, okay, so you can always select the question mark wherever it is there. Okay. So where to
Yeah.
use what? Okay. So more or
Yeah.
less very similar. So in this example, you can see source and target point to the same evaluator. Okay. But in case like if you are using a specific scenario like global assignment and all, okay, the source will be a home, target is the host. Okay. For ending a global assignment scenario, source is the host and target is the home. Mostly in case of a global assignment scenario, you can change all these things, but more or less it is source, the person will remain the same, okay, more or less. Okay. That is
Okay.
no difference. You can, similarly for address change also, they have given an example. Like when changing the manager, you can address the workflow to the former manager. So former manager will be a source in the current step. But if suppose you are going to a new location or transfer to a new location, then the target manager, the new manager will be the target. Okay, so that is the meaning of a source and target. Okay,
Oh.
so this is more flexible compared to our on-premise ESSMSs. A lot of options we do have here.
So if there's only one, just a one-step workflow, let's say time,
Hmm.
let's say time of solution, time of approval,
Hmm.
where it's just from the employee to the manager and back to the employee.
Hmm.
How do we then establish the target and source?
So it is again not off. It is not mandatory, right? So you can see in this and every
Oh,
workflow, approver type and approver roles are mandatory, but remaining
okay.
things you can skip it. These are not mandatory.
Okay.
Okay, it is not a mandatory. Just for your information, I'm explaining. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So now
Yeah.
the next one is edit transaction. What are the transaction you can do? Whether you can edit
Yeah.
it or you can not edit it, or you can simply uh, remove, you can route it. Okay, so all these options we do have in the edit transaction.
Okay.
So the next one is a no approver behavior. So whether you can skip this step or you can't skip it, that also you can uh, control here. Okay, skip. Okay, this,
Okay.
but these are all optional. They're good to have in case it is
Yes.
required. Then you can do it. Okay. Send then a relationship to the approver, whether it is a relationship, you can see whether it is a hierarchy level or it is who is the initiator of the implement. Again, this is an optional. There are some additional activity we are given. Similarly, the respect permission. So in this case,
it doesn't give any field to express whether it's hierarchy or not.
It is depending upon the whatever you are choosing in the first column.
Before, okay.
Yeah. Depending upon that, it will activate or inactivate. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Similarly, in the respect permission also, like whether you would like to respect the RBP permission or not. Okay. So those things also will be saying yes or no from here.
Yeah.
Okay. So if it is yes, then it will follow your RBP, whatever RBP permission. The last one is the email. Okay, so whether you'll be getting notification or email or not. Okay, so that things will be done from here. So there are different workflow email have been configured. Okay, so those things will be coming here. So this is the overall thing. And in the towards the end, step 2 also very similar. Suppose you would like to have more steps, and you can also do that. Okay, so the last 2 things are important again. Contributor type. Okay, so like whether you are a contributor or a CC role. Okay, those things you can add those things additionally.
This one here.
Whether in the workflow.
Why do they have step 2?
So if you're not putting anything, then it is a level 1 approval only. Okay, suppose you are putting here something just to choose anything in the step 2. Click. Suppose it is a 2-level approval. Suppose it is a 2-level approval, then you have to select something here. Otherwise, you can skip it. Just to choose anything, I will tell you. Choose any of this field in the step 2. Okay. So automatically you can see step 3 came, right? So you might be thinking, where is a plus button to add a step 3?
Yes.
Okay. There is no plus button here. As soon as just completing one approval, it will automatically. So if you drop for the drop down again in the step 3, if you're choosing something, again it will ask you go to the next level. But ideally, we do not recommend to go beyond 3 steps approval. So that's the best practice. 2 to 3 level or 1 level generally you put it. Okay. So this is the way you have to configure all this workflow. This is a very important topic, and even in Employee Central, there are consultants who exclusively work on this workflow. As I was saying, in the Employee Central is a vast module. It's a mammoth module where exactly you can, whatever you like, you can do it. But at this level, I am covering everything so that after over a period of time, you'll be learning all these things. Whenever you're getting a chance, you should know. Like RBP, as I was telling, RBP 1 is a specialization area. Similarly, the business tools is another specialization area. That is a more complex. And the data migration, suppose you're a data savvy person, then you should go for a data migration, all those data model activity. That is another area. And if you're a person who is interested to all this thing, workflow and all, so you should be knowing this. But this workflow will not be getting much opportunity. Only during your implementations, you'll be configuring it. More or less, if any changes is required, then only you'll be changing it. But they're all one-time activity generally in the organizations. Okay, because once it is stable, they do not change it much more frequently unless and until there is any business emergency. So this is your understanding of your entire this thing. Last one is a very simple one. CC role means who will be getting notified. Okay, in a typical workflow, who else will be getting notified in a typical workflow? Okay, so that is the overall concept.
You mean this one?
Last one. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but then so like the example we had with these people here. Where we have 3 levels, does that mean we will do 3 steps?
Yes. So in the example which you have given, that is actually basically 3 level of approval. Okay. So in that case, there must be a step 1, step 2, and step 3.
Okay.
And
so,
all of
so the idea then is when you create this workflow, then what do you do with it? You know, we chose it from address. Is this the end of it? Once we get to this point, we just save and that's it?
Yes. So once you've done it, you are just save it. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And if you have to create a new thing, okay, how will we creating new? Just go to the right hand side. There is a create new button.
Where at the bottom?
Create new in the top. Go to top.
Okay.
In the create new, there is
Yeah.
an option. Go there.
It's not. It's not.
No selection
Okay.
from that you select. Okay. So from that you select something like pay component or something like that. You select any of these things.
Oh, okay.
So choose any of this thing, pay component, click save. Okay, so this is regarding to your previous thing. Just to ignore it. Okay, we're not going to change anything. Click OK.
Okay.
Click OK and create new.
Oh, create new.
Create new, from that drop down, you choose something, pay component or something.
And that's the one I chose before, so maybe I can choose.
You can choose anything you can choose.
Okay. Let's see. Group, whatever.
No, click OK. Otherwise, you start from beginning. Go to the manage organization, job, pay and job structures.
Oh, we're here.
Yeah, from the beginning you go there. Click workflow.
Workflow. Where's workflow?
Click workflow.
Okay. Yeah.
You click do not save. Do not save it. From the workflow, you now do not select anything from there.
Okay.
Create new, and the right hand side click workflow. From here also click workflow. Are you getting something called workflow? W, select workflow is there. You're right. Yeah. So in this way, you will be creating some workflow from scratch.
Oh, so okay. you do it both on this side, and then you go to create new. Is that what it is?
Yes. So whenever you're creating from scratch, you have to choose in the right hand side, create new workflow. Okay. So here, okay. Suppose if you want to see something existing, you have to use the first search option, existing workflow.
So when this is, we don't have to create new, but we just stay here and select.
You can go to this manage organization, pay and job structure. Do not select anything. Just for an example, I've given it here. But in the right hand side, the create new, you can put it like workflow. Then you can create a workflow here. So these are all actually the objects. So the last time we have discussed, right? So by default, all these things will be coming into. This is a template which is SuccessFactors already given to us. Simply you have to fill up this template as per our requirement. Okay. So these are all very simple to understand. Okay, nothing difficult. Okay.
Okay. So this one, I'm just trying to understand. So the MSS and ESS have their own workflows.
Yes. So basically, whenever you are going to attach something like some kind of a role, you are just doing some kind of changes. Okay. So wherever there is kind of a approval is required, okay, suppose there is any master data changes and everything is required, then you attach this workflow. Okay. So system will take care whenever suppose you are doing some changes to the master data address or your marital data or your dependents details. Okay. Then automatically there will be trigger from here and you will be getting those things in the workflow. Okay, this will be driven by those things. Okay.
Yeah, that's the question I was asking. I don't know how to apply a workflow once you have created it and you save. How do you apply it?
Okay. So after doing this, there is certain other things also which I will tell you. That is your manage in your RBP only, you will be having those things. Okay, from the RBP it will control like whenever you are doing some changes to this, right? Okay, your address or anything. Okay, accordingly it will reflect automatically to your workflow, whatever. So there is a setting called you can just go to a setting, just a minute. That is your there is something called manage workflow group. Type out that in the top search.
Manage workflow.
Manage workflow group. Yes. Manage workflow. Third one. Yeah.
Oh, third one.
Done. I think you are done. So this manage workflow group are nothing but your whatever the group you are creating here, right? Okay. So here you can see there are all dynamic groups. So you can choose any of those workflow who is already existing, so that you will be getting an idea.
Mhm.
Choose any of this workflow. So in the typical workflow, whenever you are just who will be part of this particular group, I was talking about a dynamic group and all these things, right? It is nothing different from your RBP. There are simply RBP only. Okay, so you are just assigning those 2 or 3 users. In this example, Emily Clark, Alex, Ismail, these are part of that particular group, dynamic group. Any of this person can approve it. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm?
Mm.
So this
Okay.
is one part. Okay. So another thing, there is something called email setting. Okay. So just to go close it. So this is for the approver who will be part of that dynamic group. Okay. Who will be going to approve it. Okay. And there is another section called, you just go to, there is a section called email settings for workflow.
From
Email,
workflow.
just to go type email notification template. Email notification, second one. So here in this case, you can see there are some template for everything, right? Scroll down. So you can see there are many notifications here. Okay. So you can also create your own notification.
Yes.
You can see there are some workflow related notification. You can see time of related
Okay.
notification. Okay. So simply you can create all this kind type of notifications from here. There are some existing template. Okay. But you can also create your own notifications from here. So that whenever there is a
Oh,
workflow,
okay.
this email will be triggered to those respective members of that, whoever participating in that approval, okay, or rejecting. Okay, so those people will be approving or rejecting, then they will be part of this workflow mechanism. Okay, you got my point?
Okay. Well, we'll try and practice. There's still some gaps in my head. I
Yeah,
want
it
to
is
see
too
it in
much.
practice.
You just
Yes.
go through it. Okay, what I will do, just I will stop it here, otherwise it will be too much. Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, so this is your all the configurations which are related to the workflow and all. You can
Okay.
refer that implementation guide as well. So there are some more additional things
Yes.
will be there, but these are the major topics which I have covered. Okay, so there will be some
Okay.
additional topics also will be there. Okay. So
Yeah.
you just go through it, and what I will do, I will just share that admin guide, which is having job aid, okay, all the job aid. Okay, so you can
Yeah.
practice from that as well. Okay, you just
Okay.
parallelly take your time whenever you're getting time. Go through the
Yes.
simultaneously those admin guide, because that will give you more confidence. Because initially, once you are confident enough all this, because you are new to the screen, okay, all the success
Yeah.
factor interface itself. Okay, just go through that admin guide. It will be very easy, and after that again you parallelly go through whatever topics we are covering. Okay, and in the
Okay.
next session will be, I'll be tomorrow onwards, I'll be on 3 days, I'll be taking off 3 to 4 days. Sixth,
Yes.
that is a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday will be meeting
Tuesday.
again,
Yes.
6th of
Oh,
April. Okay, and on that day
okay.
I'll be
Sure.
discussing something, another important topic, that is your something called association. There is a concept called association. How
Yeah.
previously we have seen the different data models, right? So in that again we'll be seeing different entities, like your just give me some, I'll make me host for a while, I will tell you.
Okay.
Hmm. So let me share whatever the things we'll be covering in the next session, just to give you a glimpse of that.
Yeah.
So today we have covered all these things related to the workflow and all. Okay. So next session we'll be covering these things, like the entire, from an org structure point of view. like you are asking, right? What is a legal entity? That is means
Mhm.
nothing but your company code. Okay. So this is a simple example of a
Okay.
typical org structure, like a legal entity. Under that, we'll be having business units. Under business units, we'll be having divisions. Under division, we'll be having department. Under department, we can have cost center. Okay. So how these are related to each other? Okay. So like we'll be having one legal entity can have multiple business units. That means we are having a relationship of a
Okay.
one to many. Okay. And this linking is actually called association, which we'll be learning in the next session. How to configure this association. Okay, suppose you would like to create a 5 department under one division. Okay, so how you will be creating all those things. Okay, all those association will be learning. Okay, this is in the next
So
session.
in
Hmm.
EC, they combine org structure and enterprise structure in one.
So from that point of view, if you ask me, so this is a typical structure. I've given just an example. Okay, but we have a entire structure. We'll be having some enterprise structure. Okay, we call it. We generally, but we do not use those kind of terminology here in SuccessFactor. The way we use it
I know.
in
I'm
the.
just trying to. I'm
Mhm.
just trying to circle back to. I'm just trying to picture from
Mhm.
on-premise
Mhm.
because in on-premise legal entity here, which is the company code, will be
Company
in the
code.
enterprise structure.
Exactly.
Whereas divisions and whatever area and department will be in org structure.
Org structure. So what I will do to make it easier, I'll be also
Yeah.
putting a table here to just to give an analogy. Whatever the things we called it in the on-premise, what are the equivalent of those terminology in our success factor, so that it will be much easier to grasp. Okay. I will put that
Okay.
slide
So
and
what you're saying is that there's another enterprise structure for EC. Is that correct?
so we do not call it as the same terminology, but it's we can call it like a
Okay.
entire org structure. We generally call it. We call it org structure,
Okay.
and similarly for when it come to the job and all position structure, we do have a different structure, which we'll be discussing in the next session. Okay.
Okay.
So
Sure.
yeah, and I may take another 1 or 2 additional session because we're a little lagging behind. Okay. So
Yes.
okay, no problem for that.
Okay.
Yeah, then we will stop here and see you on
Thank you.
6th. Yeah, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome. Bye bye. Have a good weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. You too.
Bye bye.